Doctors the news. Got your times, because I know you hate the journal.
All right, Mr. Young. Thank you.
Mr. Young. Why so formal? We got company.
Oh, yeah. This ain't the first time we've had heat. Department to do some damage control, and within a week, back to business.
All right, you got our attention. What's the pitch? But if we aren't earning, what is the goddamn point?
Yeah, Hammond. We got needs. You do what you want with your own little social club, Hammond. I got a business to run.
That's a change order.
Is that all you can say?
When you change something, it's a change order. I have to bill for it.
All right, fine. You can send a bill to my office, and if it's reasonable, I'll approve it. But say that it's delayed, that's out of your pocket, not mine.
That's not fair.
Read your contract is what we agreed to.
That's still not fair.
Well, then you shouldn't have signed a deal.
I just want to throw everything off. We had everything worked out in the contract.
No, Brenda. I'm not mad. The police officer.
The pig.
The police officer. He didn't die. He survived. You know, when I was your age, I had to share a room like this with two brothers and a dog. And the dog always got
the bed? Yeah, you told me a story before.
Look, I'm just trying to give you the things I didn't have growing up.
Shoot, nobody was supposed to be there.
Yeah, right. You get your ass down to IID. They want to see you.
What for?
For this mess, that's what for. And I swear to God, you better be straight with him this time, or God. Dr. Gaines.
This is Allison Smith.
Yes.
You offer extra credit?
No.
But sir, if I don't get a B, I'm not going to be able to...
I understand. However, 79.9 is not an 80. 70 to 79.9 is a C, which is why you got a C.
But that means I'm only 0.1 away from the higher course. I'm calling the Dane!
Well, okay then.
All right. Come on in, y'all. What's going on? Man, it's been a while since I've been in this chair talking to y'all. So, lots been going on. You've been following the page. You've been following me. I kind of been busy, which is a good thing. I've been in and out of the country. I've been to Colombia, which is a great trip. Y'all saw my posts with the African village and all the beaches and stuff. Then I just got back from St. Lucia with the wife, 15-year anniversary. That was amazing. That was beautiful. I was so sad to leave, y'all. I was so sad to leave. It's such a beautiful island. But we did it in style, you know what I'm saying? Saw more of the island this time. We actually went there for our honeymoon, so we went back 15 years later. We got to see more of the island. Y'all saw the helicopter ride. You know what I'm saying? We was doing it up, living it out. You know what I'm saying? Life is short. You got to live it up. And then also in the meantime, still working. If you just saw my post early today, I'll go ahead and share that with you. Got one of our first posters for Black Unicorn, y'all. Making my directorial debut along with my co-star Melissa Collado. I'm so excited to bring this to you all. We just wrapped picture this week and we're getting ready to submit it to all the film festivals, all the top film festivals. So I'm super excited for y'all to be able to get a chance to see that at these film festivals and just continuing to go. Done some commercials, done some other film work, booked another gig. So it's exciting, man. It's exciting times. Getting ready to close out fourth quarter 2021 in style. So wanted to get back out here. In case you missed the last time we did Acting Funny, you know, Tight Mike, he's super busy too, man. He's been on the road touring with Martin Lawrence. He's gotten his own comedy specials getting together. So he had to go on hiatus. We just couldn't keep up the schedule, especially with what he had going on and what I've had going on. But I had to come out here and holler at y'all, man, and just say what's up. And I got a couple things on my mind, too. You know what I'm saying? A lot of events have been happening. A lot of hot topics out there in the world. So I'm going to bring on some people that you all know that I love dearly, starting with the missus, you know what I'm saying? My numero uno right here, Joni Ferguson. What's going on, baby?
Hey, honey. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm good. I'm in my happy place.
You're happy with your shoes behind you and all that. Which you couldn't take on the trip, by the way. I'm very glad you couldn't take all this stuff on the trip. You had enough stuff.
Oh, stop it.
So, yeah, what's been going on with you? You got some good stuff that you've been posting and everything going on. Which, you know, I know you've got a lot of people in your DMs lately. What's happening?
I mean, I feel like I keep something going on. I mean, we had the great Orlando Urban Film Festival event at the start of September where we saw the great screening. My company, Leaders Amplify, was sponsoring that, which was awesome. We also did the panel there. I've been real busy at Disney. Obviously, you know, time to kind of try to get back to normal. So the team is busy. My team's coming back. And then obviously keeping up with the kid, going back to school, bringing back sports, all that good stuff, and then trying to keep up with you. Like, I'm listening to your schedule like this man is a stranger. I hadn't seen him in forever. Like, really?
Yeah, that's kind of how it's been. You know what I'm saying? And you didn't even mention the honeymoon.
I know, like we can't get to the good stuff, you know. Like, yeah, we did St. Lucia, which was beautiful. Despite a couple, you know, just the one incident. I don't know if you want to share that with the people, how we tend to be a little bit damaged coming back from vacation, but this time we did good. As you will say, I left you. I did. I left you in the surf.
She left me, y'all. She left me in the middle of the ocean, dog, and swam all the way back. She didn't even look back. I was calling for her, Jonah, help, Jonah, help. Hanging on dear life to the jet ski, and she left me, y'all. It took me a while to get over it. That's part of the reason y'all ain't heard from me in a while. You know what I'm saying?
No, sorry. I saw your head above water. You were fine, you know. And then, you know, and now we're getting ready to, you know, do some more fun stuff that we'll be talking about. And then trying to get ready for the holidays. Like, it's crazy. I went in the store today. Christmas is up already. Like, just forget Thanksgiving. Like, they got some Halloween and then they got Christmas. That's it. There is no in between. So we own it now. This is the countdown to the end of the year.
That's right. And if you didn't hear before, my wife also was my executive producer, one of the executive producers, and Black Unicorn. So we've been having fun with that as well, man. Can't wait to see that.
The hardest working EP ever.
That's right. That's right. Last but not least, you know what I'm saying? You saw a little glimpse of his work in my reel. If you are just joining us, but you know, this is one of my best friends, my homeboy, my ace. You know what I'm saying? The writer of Waking Up Right, producer of so many shows. We're going to talk about some of that when he come on. But none other than my man, Jason Gregory. What's going on, Jay?
What's up, y'all? I got to give you a bow to all that body of work you got, man. That's dope. Congratulations.
Hey, thank you, man. Thank you. And hey, congratulations to you. I know we'll get into it in a little bit, but yeah, you've been grinding and busy as well. And then, of course, in just a few short months, we got right back at it again, Orlando Urban Film Festival. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Yeah, it never stops. It never stops, and I'm happy about that. But first of all, I got to find out about this trip y'all took to St. Lucia, man. What was it something like? Have you seen the movie Vacation Friends?
You know what? I wanted to see that. I haven't had a chance to see it yet. But no, we ain't
some friends back.
We ain't taking nobody with us. But you know what?
Who want to be friends, though.
But you know what? We can talk about the people that you meet when you're there. There's always this couple that you meet that you know you don't know, like they friendly and they cool, but you know. They want to know what y'all doing tomorrow. What room?
Yeah.
Hey, man, look, don't come knocking on.
They got the pineapple upside down over the door, right? Yeah.
You don't know if you're getting approached by some swingers or nothing. You don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
St. Lucia is looser. Yeah.
Listen, I've been to, you know, a few islands in the Caribbean. In my opinion, St. Lucia is the best one by far because it's just a simple fact that it seems like it's a little more economically developed. Like, you know, there's more things to do. There's things more readily available. A lot of areas that was just clean and, you know, people a little more hospitable. You know, I know certain places in the Caribbean, obviously, you know, they have a little poverty and things like that. And, you know, get a little hassled and people want to sell you stuff and want you to give money and all the time. It wasn't really like that. That element is there, but everybody was just real chill and calm, and super hospitable and welcoming. So it's just a great place, man. Like I say, I was sad to come back, man.
I'm gonna have to check that out. I'm gonna have to take the wife. That's all right. And then Joni leaving you in the middle of the ocean.
Listen,
her spidey sense kicked in or something.
If you do what you're supposed to do on the jet ski and we don't turn over, it's all good. The minute you turn it over, listen, I know you can swim. It's like Aquaman. So I know you got
Yeah.
this. I'm out.
He was like, me and Little E will remember you.
How you doing, Regina? First time face here, man. Thanks for joining us. If you're on YouTube or Facebook, this is definitely interactive. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and leave a comment, say hello, tell us what's going on, and it's all good. So yeah, man. Yeah, St. Lucia was great.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, so get over there, man. Like I said, go ahead and skip over Jamaica, skip over the Bahamas. They're nice too. You know, don't get me wrong. But go ahead and skip down there and get them white sand beaches, them black sand beaches, mud baths, you know what I'm saying?
The volcano, we forgot the volcano,
Yeah, the mud baths at the volcano. Yeah, do all that.
Yeah, I got to check that out. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's all right.
And you know, another thing that's funny, when you go out of town, and you know, you should start talking to other people that are American, obviously.
Yeah.
It's just a different vibe when you go out of the country, right? Things people wouldn't say to you over in America, they're gonna say to you freely and calmly over there because they, you know, as soon as you get there, people are like, you think we could find some weed? Yeah, we need to start looking for. And you would never approach somebody on the street for the most part, you know.
Yeah.
But for the most part, you're not going to approach a stranger and just be like, you think you can help us find some weed?
Right.
I mean, St. Lucia's a little different, right? Because you know, you kind of knew it was off the property. So at that particular at that particular resort, it was off the way. But like if you go to Jamaica, it's right on the beach.
Oh yeah.
Like you come right out the hotel to the beach. They don't have to go through no special nothing. They right there. They coming by on the boat. Like, hey, what you need?
That's dope. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's front door service right there.
Oh yeah.
That's all right.
So okay, let's get into some topics real quick. So has everybody seen, Johnny, I know you watched it today. Has everybody seen Dave Chappelle special?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You trying to Dave Chappelle us tonight, man.
No, I ain't trying to Dave Chappelle you, man. I ain't trying to Dave Chappelle you. Obviously, a lot of controversy, a lot of talk still. Like it's been out for a couple weeks, like what, 3 weeks now? Mm-hmm. And people are still hot under the collar about it. Matter of fact, I heard Pharrell was supposed to do an event up in Virginia, and they canceled that because he's supposed to do something with Dave Chappelle. So even though I think majority of people supported him, there was still some backlash.
Yeah.
I made a post. I made him a post last week or 2 weeks ago. Got a lot of comments and responses that I typically don't get. You know what I mean? So I was kind of surprised. Like the algorithms is really kind of keeping this going. They like this conversation. But my whole point was, I get it. If you don't like something and you're offended by something, you have the right to be offended if you like
that. Yeah.
But you don't get what I use the analogy of if you go to an amusement park and you get sick on a ride or you eat a bad elephant ear or something like that and you get sick, yeah, you got a right to clown that amusement park and say you're never gonna go again and say it's trash and all that. But then you got to go so far as to try to cancel and close down the whole park. Now we got an issue because like a whole bunch of other people had a good time. A lot of people understood where he was coming from. And even some people in the community stood up for it. So why do we always have to go so far as to cancel everything, man? That's the issue that I have. So,
well, we're in a true PC world right now, and comedy is taking a hit, you know, because of it. You know, I'm trying to use my words carefully here.
Don't get fired. I'll say the stuff.
Look, Jason, we
got regular money.
Got good jobs here, so let's
right. Yeah, we all got
money.
Good jobs. Good jobs.
I can't get fired from jobs I haven't been hired yet. So
yeah, but you know, Dave Chappelle, you know, he can do that. He can take those risks, and you know, it was funny. Somebody TMZ asked Damon Wayans, you know, what he thought about it. And he said, yeah, he freed the comedy slaves because so
Yeah.
many people were so afraid to say anything. And it really just changed what comedians could do because, you know, again, everyone, you know, was and still is worried about getting canceled.
Sure.
So, you know, Dave Chappelle is, you know, he's brave, he's bold. He went out there, said what he needed to say, and you know, you got some people who like it, some people who don't like it. You know, it kind of goes back to, you know, to even older comedy. You know, Dave Chappelle, you know, says, well, you guys didn't hit me for the stuff that I said back in the 90s. Why are you hitting me for this stuff now?
Yeah.
They didn't hit him for the stuff that he said 3 minutes in.
Yeah.
No.
The COVID joke about Asians, I thought it would have got some flack, but it rolled right on through. When we got to the trans commentary and the LGBT commentary, now it's a forest fire.
Right.
Yeah. And you know, people that, you know, the you know, some of the trans employees that are at Netflix, you know, they're upset and
they walked out.
They walked out, you know, quit and stuff like that. And again, trying to choose my words carefully here, but no, never mind.
You know what, Jason? Look, I'm gonna take it here because I want to talk about cancel culture for a minute, right?
Yeah.
Because if we think about what cancel culture is, these are children who have not grown up to be able to use their words. That means you cannot get into a discourse with somebody because you know you're gonna lose because your positioning looks weird. So you're just gonna cancel. I just don't want to deal with that.
Yeah.
8-year-olds do that. 11-year-olds do that. Let's start there. Like, you need to be able to use your words and have real discourse on a daily basis to be able to deal with this. What the man said was what he said. When you hit the button for play for Dave Chappelle, who is a comedian, you get what you get. I know what I'm going to get when I, you know, hit play for Sinbad. I know what I'm going to get when I hit play for Tim Allen. I know what I'm going to get when I hit play for, you know, Cat Williams. I know what I'm going to get when I go to Dave Chappelle. If you don't know that by now, shame on you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because he had controversy in the prior special and things like that.
He did, and I think folks thought that he was gonna like give this heartfelt apology.
Kowtow.
Yeah, and it just didn't happen.
So by that, and you know what? That's a good point. You both hit two good points. Number one with you, Johnny, when you said when you press play. That was a big thing for me because I'm like, damn, y'all act like it ain't a million other things on Netflix you could be watching.
Right.
And there was some people that was like, oh, I'm gonna boycott Netflix. All these goddamn shows on Netflix. And I'm like,
watch Buried by the Bernards again.
Come on, Jason Gregory.
Go to Buried by the Bernards.
And the LGBT community is very well represented on Netflix. I've watched some shows, and I got a little bone to pick with Netflix on some stuff too that we'll get to in a little bit. It's going to be a good segue. Just hang on. But there's a lot of other choices and options. That's why I made that comparison to an amusement park. Like, you're going to shut down the whole park because you don't want to ride It's a Small World? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, bro, go get on Space Mountain. Go get on something. You know what I mean? Like,
can you go to Universal?
There's a lot of choices out there.
There's a lot of choices.
Yeah.
Why are we so angry? And why does one particular group get to be the voice of what's allowed? Like, okay, I'm giving you an example. I personally don't really like the gratuitous use of the N-word, but I've grown to just accept it and deal with it. It's a part of Dave's thing. And if you really listen to him, he does it in so many clever ways on how he uses it. And that's perfectly okay. Nobody says anything about it.
Nobody said anything. Even when
he introduced some terms that I hadn't even heard before, like turf and punching down. Like, I gotta even digest these type of terms, even though it was really going on. But then it's an opportunity to learn and understand where people are coming from. So
they got him. They got him.
They
got him.
I didn't. We on the same Wi-Fi.
They got you. They silenced you.
So yeah, man, that seems like where we are, and it's like it's this movement within that to Like, man, move along. Like, there's other things out there for you. I don't get it.
And there's a lot of other things. There's a lot of other biases out there. Like if you look at it, there's like 19 dimensions of personality or identity that you can have that vary from person to person. Some of those come with injustice.
Yes.
Some of those comes with I just can't get up the ladder. Some of those come with I just can't catch a break.
Yeah.
However, everybody's going through something. Like the one thing, and I mentioned this to Essex another night, I was watching a show called We're Here, which is on HBO, where they take folks from the LGBTQ plus community and they go to like these really podunk places where you have people, young people, who are struggling with their identity. Nice concept. And I said, the thing that I hear most in those stories is that we're human. They're talking about the human experience. However, your human experience does not somehow go over everybody else's human experience. I'm from the country. I'm Black. I'm a woman. I'm overweight. Like there's all these things that make my personality what it is, but your lived experience of being gay or being trans or being whatever does not trump my experience. And I think that's the problem that you run into when you start with canceling people because they made an LGBTQ comment.
I
It feels
think
unfair.
you hit a lot of great points, Joni. And I think what it is that we have a lot of communities out here where during this time, everybody's like, I'm gonna grab my megaphone, you grab your megaphone, and we all gonna scream loud at the same exact time. I mean, Dave Chappelle made a great point where he said, I'm envious or jealous of the way that the LGBTQ community organizes because hell, I really do wish that the African American or Black community would organize like that. Yeah. Like I get tired of marching and nothing is happening. But you know, the LGBTQ community, they pull out that megaphone and scream and they got everybody's attention. I would love for the Black community to be able to do that.
But our conditioning is different, right? LGBTQ, yes, they have been oppressed. Yes, they have not been able to have access to certain things and they've had to live in the closet.
Yes.
The Black experience goes back to so many generations of trauma that you have to get past.
Yeah.
It's not the same.
It's not, and it's kind of like, oh, y'all have had your revolution.
Yeah,
you know?
It's not the same. That experience has gone for generations that you now have to get rid of. That's why we still march, because marching is what we know. Yeah. When they tore up Target last summer, that was new. We were like, oh, wait, we can go tear up Target too?
Yeah, Target
was new.
And you know,
Wendy's, give me some biggie fries.
And the biggest example of what Dave was saying happened in the NFL with John Gruden. When John Gruden's emails was revealed about what he said about Black males, in particular DeMaurice Smith and Colin Kaepernick, he was about to be given a pass.
Yeah.
When the information came out about the homophobia, now you gotta go.
Yeah.
That's too close. I don't think they realize that it's not an anti-LGBTQ thing to say that we would like the same treatment. It's just like, and it's like you reacting the way white people act when you talk about white privilege. It's like, it's not like, you know, we expect you to give it up, but can you at least acknowledge it and like not do it so much?
Right. Because many of them still have economic access that other underrepresented groups do not have access to. That is literally the poster child of privilege. And when you go there and when you stand on your platform and you say, well, I'm oppressed, well, the economic, like the basic stuff you can still get to. Okay, so maybe you can't walk down the street comfortably. But you know what? If you were a Black man married to a white woman, you would run into the same problem.
Yep. That white privilege doesn't transfer to you because you married white.
Right.
Again, nothing wrong with it.
That's a great
everybody for everybody.
Yep. That's a great segue to something that I caught my eye over the past couple of weeks. Because
hold on, Jason.
We watch get your please stand by button ready, Joni.
Listen, I think it's a fair question, man, because we talk about this debate about inclusion, acceptance, intolerance, and things, right? So we watch a fair amount of Netflix. You know, most recently I watched a show called You. There's also a show called Clickbait, and this other show called Someone's in Your House, or I Know Somebody's in Your House, or something like that.
Oh, the horror film, right? Yeah.
One trend that I'm noticing, everybody has been invited to the pool. So these shows or films will definitely represent white America. They'll represent Asian America. They'll represent the LGBTQ. But when you get to the black characters, seems to be a trend where now it's more, your black characters are going to be fair-skinned or mixed, ethnically ambiguous black females.
Racially ambiguous, yeah.
And all the love interests of these women are white men or gay white, like if they're women and they're lesbian, things like that. You cannot find a straight black male for miles in some of these shows. And I'm like, is it me? Am I looking too hard? Is this a trend? Or y'all? So I wanted to have a conversation. You know, let's get real. Because it seems like everybody's being invited to the pool, but black men. And me as a black male actor, I have to think about these things. Like, where are my opportunities going to come? It seems like the only time that you see straight black males in lead or strong occurring roles is when the entire cast is predominantly black or minority. Y'all tell me, am I bugging? Am I tripping? If you're watching, put it in the comments. What am I seeing? What are y'all seeing?
I think as a writer and producer, I will say I think it's about getting as many voices out there as possible, because everybody wants to be heard, and on these shows you want to try and get as many communities as possible. So you want to make sure that if it's white male dominated, you have to make sure you sprinkle in some other communities so that you can attract those eyeballs or views. It's kind of like what I tell my students, like with the movie Arrival. It was a white female actress. It was clearly her film, but for black folks, we said, let's go see the Forest Whitaker film.
Sidebar before you continue, Jason. Netflix advertises in a very clever way to black people, because even if the black person is not a lead, if they have a bit of a name, they'll put the black person in your thumbnail. When they really have a small or just a supporting role. So they're acknowledging, okay, they will market to you, but then these roles are not like
again, because they need those other communities to support. Because if Netflix, if they don't get a certain amount of views, they are going to go. They're just going to cancel the show. It's like turn and burn. We'll get it in here. We're trying to figure out exactly what people want. Okay, the more communities that are in this particular show, the more likely it is that this show is going to be successful, because we're getting voices from here, we're getting voices from here, we're getting voices from here. So unfortunately, the straight black male voice is not heard as much, but then you have other shows that are predominantly black, and they say, okay, well, you can get the straight black male voice over there.
Everybody can't be on BMF and power. Like, that's not all we can do, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, but here's the thing. So I agree with you. I do see that. And it's kind of funny, because even if you go back to like the 80s or the 90s, when they first discovered that there were black people and we had dollars that could be marketed to, right? I mean, let's tell the truth. I'm in corporate America. You know how this goes. All of a sudden, you started springing up African-American marketing divisions and Hispanic American divisions. Before then, though, like if you saw a cartoon like, Captain Planet, the diversity was always a white woman, a white male, right? And then you would get either a black female or a black male, and then a Hispanic, and then maybe an Asian got tossed in there. But very seldom did you actually get a true black male in those. So this has been historically what has happened. And then there was this, kind of integration, like, we're going to bring people in. But remember, if they got to pick between a black female and a black male, they're going to pick a black female, because we are the safer choice most of the time, because of how the media has portrayed the black man throughout history. And that is something that, as a structure, as a system, we need to deal with. Until we deal with that, or until you black men, and let's say it properly, right? Cis Black men
Yeah.
create your own vehicles to present your own history, to present your own perspective. You can't expect Hollywood to do that for you.
Yeah, cis Black men, you know, Essex, straight Black men.
Did I throw something in there for you, baby? Sorry.
So I'll break it down even more. It's also based on economics. When you look at a certain demographic, they know that Black women, you know, pretty much if Black men get sick, Black women are going to be there to take care of them. Black women, they control the pocketbook. They, you know, they do more shopping than men do. So they try to get more representation of Black women on these shows, you know, for fashion, for, you know, for perfume, for everything. So you think about it. When Scandal was on, you had Kerry Washington. She had a new outfit every single week. So all of a sudden, all these women were going out getting the Kerry Washington outfit.
Yep.
Guys, we don't do that. We don't, you know, like, oh, you know, I like what Idris
Denzel
Elba
look extra
going out
funny
there
today.
and get Idris Elba outfit. So, you know, so it's about representation and who's going to actually open up those purse strings to go out there and get stuff.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I agree, man. And you know, a lot of it is, you know, to your point about people being represented and getting a voice in there. There's always a fear, and like I say, Dave Chappelle spoke to it as well. There's always a fear that one voice is going to overwhelm the other, and the other is not going to be heard.
Yeah,
we know in our community there's a fear of the so-called gay agenda, which we don't want to get really into. And by the way, gay people have been real good to me, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and no, straight up. Listen, gay people have been very good to me. I remember when I first started at Disney, I got my first job at Disney when I was doing the Three Kings. Pretty much everybody knows this. It's not like, you know, you talking trash or anything. But everybody back there was pretty much gay. And it was pretty clear that I wasn't. But then people took real good care of me, man. They helped me, you know, get my character right and do everything. Gay people was cool. All the way to, you know, working with David Mixman. It's no big secret. Terrell McCraney, writer of Moonlight, and the showrunner, homosexual man, gave me tremendous amount of opportunity. Said all that to say, shouldn't be considered an anti-LGBTQ, anti-white, anti-Spanish, when you also want to make sure that you don't lose your place at the table. You know what I mean? And so when I see these shows and I see, you know, it seems like they go out of their way to make sure if it's an interracial couple, it's a white man with a Black woman. You don't see too many times a Black man with a white woman anymore. Because I guess to your point, Jason, they don't want to piss off the sisters.
Yeah. And think about it.
They will yes girl it to death, you know, when it's a girl with a white man.
And think about it. That trend did not start until the Cheerios commercial.
When
lost their damn minds over the Cheerio commercial, a Black man, a white woman, and a mixed daughter. And now look how many you see.
Which again, it goes to fear. The people who are basically wanting to get your money and market to you don't want to turn you off or something. They want to make sure you keep coming back. But the people
I'm gonna interject one thing.
I'm
going to interject one thing. So we have to think about when you talk about fear, and you talked about the table. So there was for a number of years we talked about, I want to seat at the table. I'm gonna bring a chair to the table. What we've forgotten is that there's more than one damn table. Build a table. Bring a table over. This is the problem. We have been taught that there is one pie, and everybody to get a little piece of that pie is now gone. We have forgotten the fact that we can create more damn pie. We can bring more stuff to the table. This is where the fear is coming from.
Yeah, baby. But no, you're actually right, though.
Yeah, you're right.
You know that was my driving force to finally do something like this, to direct and find a piece of work so that I can put something out there to show people another side of me and be a part of this process of creating. Because you're right, we have to. We have to. We have no choice because you can't wait. There was a person who spoke out against Chappelle. She was a trans woman. She runs Dear White People, which is a show on Netflix about Black people at PWIs, which if you don't know what that means, that's a predominantly white institution. It's a show about Black people dealing with
they pay good money,
subtle and not so subtle racism at a PWI. And I had to be like, hey, why are you running this show? You know what I'm saying? Like, not just, I can see if you
You're the problem.
I can see if you directed a few episodes, but damn, you running the show? It's like, where's the connection? Where's the commonality there? Because, okay, totally makes sense. Terrell McCraney, he's basically writing about his experience growing up as a young Black boy in South Florida. That's pretty much the basis of David Makes Man and Moonlight. But then here's this trans white woman. I'm like, huh? How? Yeah. Why? The voices that are in these rooms who decide these shows, who decide these castings, who decide what these shows look like. Just like what you say, Joan, in corporate America. From my experience in corporate America as well, they do not often have people that look like me and Jason.
No, you're right. I mean, that is that's how you get all these little snafus. You get the Gucci snafu, you get the H&M snafu, because they don't have people sitting at the table that can actually bring the background to what the decision is. And again, corporate America, and we can talk about this for a minute. After George Floyd, corporate America suddenly had no choice but to be like, we got to do something because our people are being impacted. Because it's not like racism and all of this police brutality just got started. They've been banging us on our heads since we got here.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
But corporate America suddenly took a stand on it because they didn't have a choice. They had their feet held to the fire.
Because of the George Floyd incident.
Because of the George Floyd incident. And now what you see is that you see Black folks demanding more representation, demanding that more of our authentic voices are heard. So it's one thing, you can hear our voice all day in these corporations, but is it our authentic voice? Is it, somebody who's actually lived the experience, or somebody who's a suburbanite kid who has never had to deal with this, doesn't really understand this? So when you do that, you force companies and organizations to go from performative injustice rallies to actually putting some teeth to it, tying somebody's bonus to it.
Yep.
Tying somebody's contract to actually doing not just necessarily diversity, but doing inclusion. Because at the end of the day, all of these DE&I positions and roles and organizations should not exist. It should be a part of the DNA of this organization, of the film industry, of the music industry. You should not have a first Black, blah, 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 blah. It should be just like you hire anybody else because they're fully qualified and they can do the job and they can represent authentically on your platform.
Yes, we have to keep fighting until the day comes where we don't have to fight anymore. And honestly, I don't think that day is ever going to come. And as far as like the seat at the table, you're absolutely right. We have to have representation at that table with that background, because look at some of these commercials. I mean, when the Kylie Jenner, it was one of the Jenners, when that Pepsi commercial came out, and she solved the racism problem by putting the flower in the weapon.
Tone deaf.
Who was at the table? Like
tone deaf. Like
someone should have easily told her, like, baby, that's not a good idea. Like whoever wrote and storyboarded that idea and even directed it, there should have been Black people at the table.
It was so tone deaf.
Yeah. and maybe there were Black people at the table, but they were told, no, we got this, because that happened to me. I worked for a network. I won't, say the name, but I worked for a network, and I would always voice my opinion and say, no, I don't know if that's a good idea. And I would get the side eye, like, you just need to shut up and just represent us.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
They did you like use the Blackish. Use
right.
Quota, hey, we got one, hey, we have diversity. We're not giving you equity and inclusion.
Yeah.
Right. You just here, be happy to be here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I hear you.
Yeah. So listen, man, R. Kelly got no, just playing.
I can't go down the R. Kelly rabbit hole. No.
Honestly, I thought you was gonna talk about our favorite outfit.
What'd you say?
I thought you was gonna bring in our favorite outfit. But
What's
Favorite
that?
outfit.
the Lizzo outfit.
Oh
The
God.
Lizzo outfit. I haven't seen
Right.
this one.
Oh dear.
Oh, you haven't seen what Lizzo did?
Sorry,
What did
babe.
Lizzo do?
That's another show.
You know, I love Lizzo. I love, you know, she represents. I think she just went too hard in the beginning.
Listen,
Like, here I am, y'all gonna accept me no matter what. And it's like, we accept you, girl, but
I have the same issue.
You doing a lot. You doing the most, you know.
I got the same issue with Lizzo that I do with this whole Chappelle thing. Like,
Right.
everybody's
It's the
not
same
going to agree with you, honey.
Yeah.
Everybody ain't gotta like what you do. You do what you do, and if you're strong and powerful, and you don't give a damn, like you say you don't give a damn, why you be right back on the thing crying?
I don't think any outfit will be worse. Like, I don't know what y'all talking about, but I know that I saw her in an outfit at an NBA game. Was it last year? And she had the crotch out or something.
Yeah.
That's the one you talking about?
No, she did something else.
Yeah, I said, oh my God, Lizzo. He was
she
was see-through or something.
Bruh, she was butt boongy out, butt booty naked with a sheer
Everything.
thing on and twerking. So
Listen.
like they had to blur out the little thing.
We're not ready for that. It's a time and place for that, you know?
Right, but then when
Basically
you
in your
get
house,
when you
but-
get the rightful backlash, everybody then want to turn it into a shaming thing. Or you're fat phobic.
No, we're
Whoa.
not.
If Beyonce do that, she wrong. If Rihanna do that, she wrong.
Yeah.
If I don't care who it is, and you don't see them do that. That's the thing. Like, don't act like they out there doing that.
Yeah.
Right.
Not like
It's
they
a
doing
time
it
and
and you
place.
doing it, so it should be okay. No,
Right.
even if they were, and we didn't like your ass, just like, okay, another fat person might make a song and we don't like that fat person's song, but we like this fat person's song. It ain't because that person's fat. We like your song better. It ain't, stop turning everything into a damn phobia and a damn shaming. Like, we just ain't like it.
No.
Right.
I can't go out there and do certain things.
Right.
If that was my mama, I'd be shamed. If that was my sister, I'd be shamed. If that was my wife, I'd be shamed. We don't.
It has nothing to do with the size. It's just
That ain't got shit to do with you loving yourself. It's you wanting attention and likes, and you want to be accepted. Well, no, everybody ain't going. Some people gonna ass girl that shit, but a lot of people ain't. So just deal with it. Go on. Why you crying?
But I think that's the thing, though, right? Because everybody wants to be liked, but what people forget when they do things like this, choices. Just because you have the right to choose does not take away the fact that you're going to get the good and the bad. To Essence's point, there's some people out there, let her live. Well, we got to live too, and I don't want to see that.
Right.
And I'm a woman. I don't want to see that.
Yeah, it's like come on. I love Lizzo. I think she is a great person, you know, during this time for what she could represent. And by saying that, I don't mean like, you know, well, a man said she should do that. No, nothing like that at all. I love
areas.
Right. I love what Lizzo represents. But again, for some of the things she does, there is a time and a place for that. You can't do that. You can't be twerking all out with your crotch out live on NBA. You can't do that.
Yeah. Right. And I would, like I say, if she want to do it. I won't have a problem with it. But then it's when you complain about the reaction to it. Same thing, like I say, with the Chappelle show, like, all right, you didn't like it, but damn, you got to shut everything down. Like, okay.
He left, like he said, he left $50 million on the bus.
Right. Right.
Tripping.
50 mil.
Listen, I can't wait to do some work that gets y'all hot and bothered and talking about it. We got some,
right.
There's a little scene in my movie where we had to have a conversation like, okay, is this going to be taken the right way? And I'm like, damn, it shouldn't even, something like that, it shouldn't even be a conversation, but that's where we are right now. Everybody's sensitive. Everybody's looking for something to get you. Everybody's looking for something to be like, oh, that ain't right. Instead of just, oh, okay, you like it or dislike it, and you move on to the next thing. We've lost that ability to just move on to the next thing.
Yeah.
And there's going to be a next thing.
There is. It
is absolutely.
Now, yeah. And we're going to say, damn, we didn't even see that coming.
Pretty much.
That's what's up. Well, yeah, man, I ain't going to hold y'all too long, man. I'm glad to get back in this here saddle. Jason, we've been talking about doing some things with this, and, you know, we'll keep experimenting. Like I said, if you guys just joining us, Tight is on a hiatus. We redoing the show a little bit, so I had to have my family and my friends here to get me back in the saddle after being a little busy, being away, being out of the country, filming, editing. It's been a beautiful thing. It's actually ain't been half bad, to be honest.
Yeah.
And we're gonna finish out strong. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and Jason, plug some stuff. Tell them about OUFF. You know what I'm saying? Wait. Did you want to get into what you was telling me before about the thing you producing?
Oh yeah. If you don't mind,
go ahead, man.
I'm a producer on an amazing documentary about Black folks getting into the craft beer business, because for so long it's been white male dominated. And if you know about craft beer, you know that the craft beer roots actually go back to Africa. They actually go back to Haiti. And it just became a white male dominated beverage. So now you have African Americans in different parts of the country that are popping up with their own craft breweries, and it's going amazingly well. So the director and producer of this captured all of this, Aaron Jose, and it's wonderful, man. And he's taking it around the country to all these different film festivals, and it's winning. It's winning like gangbusters, and it just won best premiere at the Heartland International Film Festival a couple days ago. So I was very proud about that. And it's just every day we get into another festival. And it's crazy because once we first started submitting into festivals, we immediately started getting decline letters like, no, I'm sorry to let you know you're not getting in. And I had to tell, Aaron, I said, you have to understand that people who get it will get it. Not everyone understands the importance of opening up this new category. So now it's opening up everywhere. And, we're also, looking at creating a series out of, one of the individuals in the film also.
Okay. That's what's up, man.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Very happy about that.
Will we be seeing it at OUFF?
You will see it at OUFF.
Yes, sir.
Now, because I am tied to it, it cannot win, certain awards, but you will see it at OUFF, and we are extremely excited about OUFF. And you two are two of our ambassadors of OUFF. I greatly appreciate you, everything that you have done and always continue to do for us. But we are extremely excited that we're partnering with Zor Festival for their 33rd annual festival in January 2022. And it's just going to be fantastic. We have our first presenting sponsor, which is Orlando Health. Thank you all for coming on board and sponsoring us, and understand the importance of this community here. And it's just there are a lot of great positive things happening with OUFF right now. From melanated movies with a message, to our sponsor, and even to our new workshops that we'll actually be launching this upcoming week, which is one is called it's called Black Portal's Afrofuturistic Screenwriting Workshop. And then we have a youth workshop, which is called Jump at the Sun Youth Screenwriting Workshop for high schoolers. So we are very, very excited about those.
I can't wait, man.
That's beautiful. Love it.
Hey, Jason always got something in the chamber, man. Every time I talk to him, there's something going on.
I'm trying, man. I keep trying to grow my hair back, and every time I create something new, it just falls back out. I can't do it.
Absolutely, man. It's all good. Jody, what you got going on?
Oh my goodness. I guess keeping up with you.
That's a job. That's a job in itself. But you attended this great event last night that I know you got a lot of attention for,
Yeah, I did attend the Miss Mompreneur crowning ceremony, which was beautiful. It's Anissa King. She has a corporation here that does a lot of different titles. Miss Corporate America, Miss Mompreneur, and it's really about empowering and enlightening women, all women, not just Black women, everybody. So last night's event was a crowning ceremony for Miss Mompreneur. She comes from, her name is Kyra. She comes from Jacksonville. And so they had the crowning ceremony last night. They had, vendors there. They had raffles. There was an opportunity to do donations as well as entertainment. You took pictures. I loved, so they had RTW photography one
I
time
saw
for
that.
Trey Idelette
Yeah.
there. They're one of their founders. They had the lovely continuous video, which was awesome. Honey, I want one of those, by the way. So just trying to do more stuff like that. Right now, this is kind of that Q4 as you go in to reinvent yourself, getting ready for the next year. So that's where I am. I'm still soccer mom living, basketball mom living with this little boy, and apparently now also trumpet mom, band mom living. So this is kind of different. We got a trumpet this year, so we're trying to keep up with that. So more to
No,
come.
that's my
definitely.
instrument right there.
You play the trumpet, Jason?
Yeah, that was my instrument in school right there.
Oh my goodness. Well, we're gonna have to get you an instrument, and then we're gonna have a Christmas recital over here. We're gonna be doing an old Christmas tree.
You leaving out that little another little instrument that made its way into the house too, man. You ain't gonna say nothing about that, huh?
This man wants all his props. Honey, I'm gonna kiss you later.
Ooh, that's what I'm talking about.
So the husband for our anniversary gave me a clarinet. So some of you guys may know my father, rest in heaven, Jimmy Wilson. He was a band director in my hometown, and I played a lot of instruments. I played about 4 different instruments, but my primary was the clarinet. I started playing that at about the 1st grade, and I played that all the way into college. So the husband, because I hadn't really picked one up since college, he got me one for my anniversary, which I love, and it's beautiful. It's white. So he wants all the props. So it needless to say, we have had at least one rehearsal. So there will be a Christmas recital with the trumpet and the clarinet. We're waiting on somebody to get the guitar because we're gonna be the Black Osmonds around here.
Oh, I got a kid right upstairs who started on the guitar, the ukulele, and the keyboard.
Yeah,
bring it. We gonna have Christmas. So
y'all gonna be the opening entertainment at the opening ceremony.
There you go. I love it. I'm ready. I didn't know I still had the chops. I'm ready.
Yeah. That's all right. Congratulations.
Absolutely. Hey man, I appreciate y'all coming on here and doing this for me. As for your boy, listen, Black Unicorn. Is
y'all
coming.
gotta see it. Y'all gotta see it. I got a sneak peek of it. It's good.
I know I got a place at the OUFF, but it's also coming to other film festivals near you. So that's my baby right now. Also, I got some films that should be coming out pretty well. At least you should be getting some trailers pretty soon. A Time for Every Purpose should be coming out pretty soon, and a pilot called Honey Lemon that I did should be working its way out pretty soon. Just a lot of good things going on, man. I got a really big audition coming up this week. I'm not going to talk about it. I don't want to jinx it, but y'all put something in the universe for me because I think that could be a game changer for me. It's scary. It's daunting, but usually when something like that comes across your way, that means you're supposed to do it because that means it could take you to another place. So glad to be back in the saddle again with so many some of my good people here. And we're going to get back to it for the rest of the year, man. I'm going to stick to a time, come and say something to y'all, get this content going, and then continuing on this path, man. So I really appreciate it. Let me see who we got in here. Appreciate you, Sunita, Monique.
That's Anita, our travel agent for St. Lucia.
Oh, really? I need to talk to her.
Holla at my girl.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Monique. Thank you. Yeah, everybody appreciate it. Like I say, show some love to the poster. We're going to get some more marketing materials out as we continue along. And please, please, please look for my postings when we talk about where you can see this film. The more buzz, the more attention, the more support we get, the better. The goal is to get money for that feature, y'all. I think y'all really going to like it. It's a good film. It's something that you don't see every day. And I'll just leave it at that. You know what I'm saying?
Straight black man.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it, y'all. We'll see you next time.
All right. Thanks, y'all. Appreciate it.
Bye.